Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel, The Simple Happy Life. I'm Sabrina, and I want to start by saying Happy New Year. I hope you were able to bring it in well and that you are so excited for 2021. I know I am. And I know so many of us at this time of year are, setting goals. We're wanting to reset, renew, refresh so many areas of our lives, including our homes. So in today's video, I want to talk to you about home organization, my thoughts on it, and I want to give you a tour of my refrigerator and talk to you about how you can organize your refrigerator. I think a lot of us have fitness goals that we're resetting or, adjusting at this time of year, and our eating habits are such an important part of that. And so for me, I like to start by organizing my refrigerator. I'm going to jump into this now, but if you're interested, keep watching. So I want to do a few things in this video, but I want to still keep it short because your time is valuable and I really do appreciate you spending a little bit of it with me. First, I want to share with you a little bit of my background and why I like talking about organization. I want to share with you a few of my thoughts on home organization and, of course, talk to you about my refrigerator and share with you how you can organize your refrigerator as well. So I have a master's in social work, and I used to work with the geriatric or aging population in hospice and research, and I absolutely loved that work. When baby number 2 came along, it was best for my family for me to come home and be with my babies. And I loved that too. I never thought that I would be a stay-at-home mom, but hey. And then the kids went to school, we pulled them out of school, and we started homeschooling. Wouldn't change a thing. I absolutely love homeschooling my boys. If you are new to me, I am a homeschool mom of 2 boys, ages now 8 and 10, and we are in our 3rd year of homeschooling. Now, between working as a researcher and becoming a homeschool mom, I ran an organizing business along with my mom, and I loved that work as well. We went into so many homes helping people to organize all areas of their home and different aspects of their lives, and I felt like we were able to bring so much joy and take away so much overwhelm and stress by helping them create systems that they could maintain in their homes so that they could come home to this safe and calm haven and reset and refresh, uh, before they go back out into the world. So that is the work that I did. And I loved it. I loved working with families. I loved working with moms and helping them reach their home organization goals. So that is why I love talking about organizing, and I hope that I can encourage and inspire you here on YouTube and over on Instagram. So, some thoughts I wanted to share with you on home organization. I know that we see these beautiful pantries and closets on Pinterest and Instagram and on these TV networks, these amazing projects that were accomplished in a weekend. And that can be overwhelming. Like the clutter and things that we already have in our home and, the projects that we want to take on, then them in themselves can be overwhelming. But then to see that and think like, how do I get from here to there can be overwhelming as well. But I think we can get caught up in the pretty. And the pretty is great in helping us to want to maintain those habits and want to maintain the system so that they continue looking nice. And that can be an important part of it. But the foundation of it should be function and what functions for you and your family in your current situation, with your current schedule, with your current space, with your budget, with the amount of people that live in your home. Like these are all things that you have to take into account because your system is very, very personal. And I think that when we try to implement a pantry we see on Pinterest, or on Instagram or wherever, magazine, we can create another pressure or more overwhelm in that because it then doesn't work for us. If we see all of these beautiful containers and everything is decantered, but when you come home from the grocery store, you don't have time to decanter everything, or you feel like you're spending more money trying to keep the the containers looking full and looking, amazing in your pantry. Like, that is added stress, and that is not the point of organization. That is not productive. And so that's what we're trying to achieve. A system that you can maintain to keep you productive and to allow you to rest, because that is so important in our lives too. So that is just some thoughts. I will share more in other videos, but I just wanted to start there by thinking about you and your system and what's going to work for you and your family. In the homeschool world, we say the best curriculum to use with your kids is the one that you actually are going to use. Not the one that looks cool, that looks exciting, that looks fun, that looks rigorous. The one that you're going to use is going to be the best for your kids. And so the things that you're going to do to maintain your home is going to be the best system for you. So going into people's homes, getting calls for consultations, sometimes I would just, talk with moms or families over the phone and help create systems for them. Other times we would go in. But if they did not know where to start, I would suggest the refrigerator, because it is a place that you go in multiple times a day. It is a place where we spend a lot of money on food. And so when you go into your refrigerator, it's not necessarily inspiring, to me at least, when it's dark and dirty or maybe has some odor coming out of it. Like, that doesn't necessarily inspire me to want to go in there and cook and eat fresh. And, I don't know. So when we take the time to clean out our refrigerator and think about the eating habits that we want to instill or continue, whether we're vegan or we have a paleo diet or a keto diet, whatever, be able to fill our refrigerator with those foods that we're going to eat for that week or 2 weeks or however you shop, because that's also very personal, right? So let me back up and take you through some steps. So before I show you into my refrigerator and how I have it organized, I want to share with you a few quick tips on how to start organizing your refrigerator. So you're going to start by gathering a cooler, or you can also use your freezer because we're just focusing on the refrigerator. So have a cooler and a trash can and maybe an extra trash bag. And what you're going to do is take everything out. And as you take it out, if it looks moldy or if it's expired, you're going to toss it. If you feel like you can get a little more life out of something, you can always ask Google how long you can, use or consume after the best buy or purchase date. So we've done that. We've thrown everything out that we need to. We've put all the perishable things, in the cooler or freezer. We've put everything else on the counter. Now we're going to clean out the refrigerator, wipe it all out, all the nooks and crannies. If you need to pull out the drawers, shelves to do that, get it nice and clean. This is one of the areas of our home that we want to be fresh and smell clean. Okay, so you've done that. Some people choose to put down shelf liners. I personally don't, but you can do that at this point as well. And I like to add in baking soda. This will help keep your refrigerator fresh. So choose a spot. You can put it in the door. You can put it in the back. I personally like to put it in the back of my fridge, but you can put it in either place. So you got your baking soda. And I will drop these tips in the description below and share any resources there as well that I mentioned in this video. So like I said, you've pulled everything out, you've thrown it in the trash or put it on the counter or in the freezer. You've wiped it down. You've added your shelf liners if you want. You've put in your baking soda to keep it fresh. Now at this point, I want you to close your eyes and think about what you're going to put in your refrigerator, what you want your refrigerator to look like when you open it up. What do you see? If you're vegan, like I was saying before, maybe you see a bunch of fresh veggies, right? If you are paleo or you are keto, maybe you see those delicious, meats ready to be seasoned and consumed with all your veggies. Like, whatever your diet is that is going to feed your body and give you what the nutrients you need, because our diets are very personal as well. think about that being in your refrigerator and, where you kind of want to see that when you open the door. Now, there are some spots where you should, usually put things, eggs, milk, should go in the fridge, usually not in the door, because that's where it's coolest. And so you want to keep those things nice and cold. But for the most part, you can create your own areas or zones. So, and these are going to be very personal too. So if you're into smoothies, maybe you're going to have a shelf where you're going to put all your stuff for smoothies. If you have kids, maybe you're going to create an area at the bottom of your fridge for snacks that are easy for them to grab. So this is what you're going to be thinking about. So as you put things back in your fridge, try to categorize them in ways, like I said, that you would grab them out. Things that you buy most frequently, you're going to probably want to store, towards the front. You can stack things on top that you would use most frequently. Now, I know that I use bins in my refrigerator, but you don't have to start out that way. I would encourage you actually not to start by buying all of the bins. See how the system and the zones that you create work for yourself. Most of the food that we buy kind of comes contained already. So, or, you can kind of put in a drawer. So like celery, it may not come in a container, but I can put that in a drawer and it'd be okay. My blueberries and, raspberries and things, they typically come in their own containers. So start by, if you've already been doing that anyway, creating these zones. So when you look in your refrigerator, you know where your fruits and veggies are. If you want to put things by meals, you know where your meals are, and everybody can see that. And you see all the things that you have instead of, just shoving it in the fridge. And then, you don't have a section to look in. So when you go to see what you need to purchase, strawberries could be anywhere, and then you're buying more strawberries, and then we're wasting money. And so this is a really important part of why I think refrigerator organization is so important, because it helps you with your eating habits and it helps you save money, because we spend so much money on food. So now you have imagined that you've created your zone. So you're putting things like with the like, most likely you're putting your condiments together. If you make a lot of sandwiches, maybe you want to put all those together on a shelf. And there are different tools and things we can talk about later where you can use to contain these. But for now, just put them in the refrigerator in these sections. See how that works for you before investing in bins. So that's how you can get started with organizing your refrigerator. Okay, let me show you a peek into mine now. All right, guys, so welcome to my refrigerator. So I'm just gonna start at the top and work my way down. At the top, I have this salad spinner, and I like to have a pre-made salad that's easy for my guys to take out and make a quick bowl for themselves. I have some cucumber here. My refrigerator wants to be closed. And then I have some water and some juice up there. That is just so that I have some juice for certain smoothies that I make that require orange juice. So I have their orange juice down here because they will devour it. I mean, my kids. So I have all of our drinks here. And when my kids were younger, these jars they looked similar. They were see-through, but they were plastic. So they were a lot easier for my kids to grab out. And so for the last couple of years, though, they've been strong enough to pull it out and be able to put it back. So we've already drank through one of our almond milks this week. So I just like to wash it out and put it back in. So when I'm shopping, I stand here at the refrigerator and make my list, and I will place my order right on my phone. So I'll see that that's empty. I'll see that we're kind of low on our coffee creamer back there, which is almond milk. Sometimes it's oat milk. And then I keep my cilantro here, sometimes up there. Usually I like to keep the plastic bag on it just because it keeps her a little more perky. But if you have any tips on storing cilantro, let me know. I know they have these bins that you can use for herbs. So I might try that. I've accumulated my bins slowly over the years as I have found need for them and what made sense for my family. So I keep the cilantro and our green onions and asparagus back there in mason jars. And the asparagus, I just put a paper towel over it. I find that really helps. If you don't use it the same day you order, I found it helps keep it for a few days. And back there are egg whites. My husband likes to put green onions on his egg whites. My boys don't usually eat egg whites. So that's why that's here. And, you know, he's strong enough to grab that out and put it back. And that just, again, helps me see what I need to order and what's missing. Over here, we have veggies for the week. Well, about every 5 days, I need to order. So this is like a big thing of spinach, and it will fit in one of these containers. Back there, I have some more spring mix. Sometimes it's arugula, sometimes it's kale. We pretty much do spinach every week. Back there, we have some sweet potatoes that have already been cubed and they're ready to be seasoned and roasted. And then I have some peppers and onions that are already cut up here for various meals throughout the week. Sometimes we just snack on them, even though I have more in the snack drawer, which I'll show you in a second. We have salmon here. This is typically where I keep our meats. I know some people that like to store their meals by their refrigerator, have their meals stored together. I don't always do that, but like this tray right here has corn on the cob and peppers that are ready to go for our taco night. So sometimes I will do that. Back here, like I said, I have salmon and I have some turkey bacon and some chicken that we will eat on this week and just put with the salad or a side of vegetables. Here is some butternut squash that's already been cubed. Some of your grocery stores, you can choose the vegetables and they will go ahead and chop them up. And some weeks that just saves me time and prep, and I can still make sure that we're eating what we need to be eating. I have eggs down here. I know that some people will put their eggs up here. While my boys can reach up here, it's easier for them to get the eggs from down here. And they know how to scramble and fry or make an omelet. So I have the eggs down here so that they can reach it. In here we have some cheese. I am gluten and dairy free. So we, like I said, use almond milk and oat milk. And so they've come to vegan cheese with me when we need to use cheese for wraps. They like making quesadillas and things like that. So that is in this drawer. And in this drawer, I've gone through, but I need to order some more celery that I juice in the mornings, and then some onions that have been cut up. So this is where she lives. It's about lunchtime, so I'm about to roast some veggies. So you're in my oven beeping. Now, in this drawer, this is where we keep our snacks. So back here we have blueberries, raspberries, and blackberries, and we'll rotate through these. As far as like, maybe it might be grapes next week, it might be strawberries, just depending on what's on sale and what my kids and husband are interested in eating. Our apples and clementines, we like to have cold, so they live in the fridge. I can easily see when we're out of these things. And staying here, like I said, and place my order on my phone. We have our dips and things right here. And then I have our coconut milk yogurt that we use for smoothies or just to make parfaits, some applesauce, my peppers, and some sugar snap peas. And so this will, rotate, and this helps me not overbuy. We typically, this is what we eat in a week, and it may look like it's sparse, but it's not. It's a lot of food, and it's enough for the 4 of us to eat on throughout the week. Up here, we have nuts and seeds that we put in our salads and in our smoothies. We have this section here holding a lot of the things that we will put on wraps. And then down here are other condiments. Now, sometimes you just kind of got to get it in where you can fit it in. But what you want to do is make sure that you're putting things back where they go. So if I take out this ketchup, I tell the boys to put it back. Don't just stuff it on the shelf, because that's when things get pushed to the back and lost in the fridge. And so if it's here, I know that we need to order more. I keep my ketchup in the fridge because we don't use it that often. So I just like it's better stored in here for us. And I know that some people will also decanter these things. I don't, because I feel like we do go through these things pretty quickly. So I don't want to take the time to do that. But some people do. They will do that. A lot of my seeds and nuts don't come in packaging, so I like to put them in mason jars. That's why I have them up there in that way. And then, like minced onion, I will put in here and label the expiration date. So that is something that you can do. And I will make sure to link the labels that I use below, because when I put this top in the dishwasher, it'll wash off, or I can use an eraser and relabel it. So that's what's over there. Almost done here, guys. Hang in there. I have my salad dressings over here because it fits. I mean, my husband uses these too, but my kids typically don't like these. So they live there. I know when I'm out. Chicken broth is here. If I'm going to be out of lemon or lime juice, I know that I look for it there. Wasabi, she's living over here. So that's it. Like, just put it back. That is a really big part of any system, is making sure you put things back in your refrigerator, and you can label things. I don't always, but if you have a larger family, or you want to, this is something that you're getting into the habit of doing, labels can really help you identify where things should go and, you know, help everybody put it back. So that is a tour of my refrigerator. I hope it was helpful. If you have any thoughts on storing food, if you have any questions, or again, just any thoughts, please feel free to comment below and let's chat there. Again, thank y'all for spending time with me today. I hope this video has been encouraging and helpful to you. If it was, please let me know in the comments below. Give a thumbs up, subscribe if you're not already, hit that notification bell so you can see when I have more content coming at you. And I will talk to you in the next video. Bye, guys.